This channel supports St. Jude's Research Hospital for Children and is a part of their Play Live charity drive. For more information on how to join as well as how to donate, please head to the description and click the link at the top of it. Remember, any and all support is appreciated, so feel free to give and support in any way you can. Thank you for your participation.
And hello, what up everybody? This is your boy Blak Magus, and I actually thought about live streaming this, but I thought no, it'll be too disruptive if I went live now. My plan was to go live during my weekend off, but I just wanted to work on some stuff, take care of some things, do some things for the stream to get it set up. And I guess I got too caught up in that, and I honestly realized how fucking tired I was too. Lots been going on. I know you guys have probably heard me talk about it in other stuff, videos. Camera might look a little weird right now because I have to look up at the camera because of the way that my monitors are set up. If you don't know by now, I have a dual monitor set up, so I have two screens, which is going to help tremendously for the stream. Also, I got a new video card, a 950. I know people are going to be like, why the fuck you didn't get a 970? Well, I only had to pay $120 for the 950. And I'm not that heavy into PC gaming, although I can game on a PC. Like, I will really quick go to this right here. This is my PC setup. You see the Battleborn beta in the background. I've been playing a lot of this, by the way, and been having a lot of fun on PC with this. But yeah, I have it set up now where I can actually have PC gaming as well. So that's a huge plus. I also have it set up to where I can of course go back to my console setup. As you can see, the PS4 in the background. Got the Battleborn beta on there too. But yes, I now have different setups to where I can switch, including back to here, which is going to be like the talk show. What I want to do with this is I want to use this to do streams of podcasts. That way I can get it on Twitch, I can pull the VOD and get it on YouTube, and then do whatever else I want to do with it. The video card helps me do a lot of this stuff a lot more seamlessly, flawlessly. Again, it's not a 970. Yes, I know the 970 is better, but for my needs, for someone who's not a heavy PC gamer anymore, but likes to occasionally play PC games, and also wants like something that'll help me with my stream, it's worked great. It's been a couple of months since I streamed too. Of course, many of you know that I've been told this many a times, but it's just been taking care of life. Been in the heavy part, starting to get to my core part of my classes, so that's been taking my time. Car troubles, I've been having some really fucked up shit that I had to deal with financially with my car. Struggling to pay bills and rent because of other financial obligations like the car, and just random shit popping up and happening. I've had a string of bad luck. Very bad string of bad luck on a personal level. But all in all, I've survived it. I'm still kicking, and I still have interest in all of this stuff. What I'm working on now, for one, is trying to find a way to supplement income. I know people could say, well, if you stream, maybe you could, but reality is streaming, and right now YouTube for me isn't necessarily that lucrative. It's something that I'm very passionate about, that I enjoy doing, but the reality is it's not like I'm getting huge views. It's not like I'm getting donations and stuff like that, like some people do. I do it because I love it, but I don't have the time to do it because there are other things that are that have a more immediate impact on my financial situation, on my life as a whole, like school. School is going very well. Still don't have a perfect 4.0 anymore, sadly. I actually got a B, so now I'm at like a 3.85, people. I know Sad. It's horrible GPA. Right. Yeah, right. But I'm doing well at school. School's getting closer to the end. That's why I'm in my core classes now that are going to help me get my degree in network administration. Something that I've always wanted to do. Glad that even at my old age, I'm able to do so, to keep a promise that I had to myself and to fulfill a promise to my mom, something that I wanted to do for her. God rest her soul. I wish I could have did it while she was alive, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna finish this, and we're gonna do the damn thing. So that's been the concentration. Like, again, the car. A lot of people don't know this, but the car my mom left to me, in a roundabout way, she thought that I would be the person that would take care of it, I guess. And I am taking care of it. It's actually a good car. It's actually over 10 years old, but it only has like 141,000 miles on it. And that's after me having it for like, a year and a half, 2 years now. Of course, somebody else had it before. My mom let one of my siblings, long story short, mom let one of my siblings, and their children use it. And you know how most people are with cars. They don't really take care of them away. I'm not knocking them for this, but it's just the way it goes. A lot of us know how it goes. We fucking run our cars into the ground these days. People don't value things the way they used to value them. And so, same thing with this car. When I got it, first immediately, bad luck happened. Long story short, somebody ran into it. When we took it to get it repaired through their insurance, we found out that it had already been in an accident. Somebody ran head front into a wall. It seemed they could tell, the repair guys could tell when they looked at it, because it was like, yo, somebody's already ran into a wall or something, because your radiator smashed in and you need to get that shit fixed because it's probably about to go. So that was like money I had to invest. Like, I had to invest about $300. Thankfully, my sister helped me pay for that. She went half with me because it was like $500-600. But yeah, so you had that too, and I guess I could fold this down a little bit because I don't actually need it that close. I actually don't have to have the mic on. I do need to fix my shirt though. Some undershirt is showing. Always a problem with me. But yeah, that was fucking $500. Well, $250, $300 out of my pocket to fix that. That was the first of the many things. Of course, having to get it re-registered. That was money. Going to the whole process of getting it out of my mom's name because he had to go through probate and all that. That was a process. Then the other financial woes, because there were other things that we found out was wrong because no one was taking care of the car. My mom had got another car and let my sister use it. And, again, most people, they don't really think about it. They just drive and they don't really think about like the maintenance. And so I had things like the starter blew. Had to get that replaced. That was about $500-600. Then and a lot of this stuff I found out afterwards that it was fucked up, which is really fucked up because it was like when stuff happened, like, well, yeah, it happened before, we just didn't take care of it, or I never really tried to take care of this shit like that, which is wow, fucking, just ridiculous. Trust me, fucking ridiculous. Anyway, so had that happen. Fucking that shit went out while I was at work one day. Had to like wait and was able to get back to work. It was fucking wild. Then like one day I'm going to work and it just wouldn't start, so I just had to get it towed that morning. Had to get a ride to work. A couple of days without the car for that. After the starter went, I'm like driving the car now. Through inspection, was told that the car was fucked up even more because it needs a new catalyst system, and it wouldn't pass inspection. in the state that I live in. So I had to get it put in my sister's name. Long story short, this is like all types of drama. Anyway, so um I'm at lunch at work, and I'm driving through a parking lot because I had to drop a package off somewhere, and all of a sudden I hear a big bang, and the car wouldn't move, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then eventually it moved again, um, because I guess whatever was fucked up fell out. Long story short, get it back to work. Had to call a repair, like tow truck. Tow truck guy comes and says, "Yo, look at this." Pulls a huge chunk of metal out of my fucking car. The goddamn brakes like exploded. Brake broke. Which I was told also that, yo, these things have been fucked up for a while. It just now all of a sudden decided to go boom, and your rotors are fucked up because of it. Gee, thanks. This is all, by the way, within I guess first year ownership of the car. So yeah, but of course, me being the responsible person that I am, and being lucky enough to have the money at the time that I just got my taxes, I've been blessed to have like had opportunities where like I've gotten a school refund or I've had taxes to rely on to take care of stuff, because I don't know how I would be able to pay out of pocket for that stuff the way that things have already went before we even got to this car situation. But that's another story. So yeah, I had to take a day off of work to let that get fixed. They had to replace all four rotors, all four brakes, brake pads. That was $700. Yeah. Next fiasco. So I just started hearing a rattling while I was driving to work. Now, the job I have now just became full time not too long ago, which helps financially just a little bit because that fucking $125 raise in rent made it, not even gonna go there. Let's just go on with the story. But I saw it hitting where it was like every time I would drive down this expressway in my area, like it's a very bumpy road with a lot of segments, and every time my car would hit the segments, like I would hear a rattling. It sounded like my front right tire was doing this. Seriously, like just doing that constantly. So fuck. Yeah. I decided, you know what? I'm not gonna wait because I was saving some money to get that catalyst system fixed. Because that's still an important thing that I need to get taken care of, as well as the fuel canister. There seems to be a problem with the way it's reading fuel, or I may be bleeding extra fuel, which another issue. And the injection system might be about to go too. Fuck me. So, yeah. I decided to like take it to the mechanic, and get it checked out. And thankfully, I did this. It was on an off day. Yeah, it was a day that I was off. I don't know why I was off that day. For some reason, I was. But I went there and I asked them, could you check my shit? Tell me what's going on. And sure enough, find out that the fucking suspension system got fucked up. I'm sure part of that was because the brakes went and then the suspension system got fucked up, and they were like, yeah, both sides are fucked up. You'll be fine for a little while on the left. So I had to get the left side fixed. But your right system is really fucked up because your car is like rattling and jerking. You need to get that fixed. That was another $700. Boom, right there. Thankfully, I just got a school refund and I could pay for it right there. I was like, fuck it. Go fix that shit. This is when I went to take my car to get my oil changed, which was really fucked up. It was like, okay, the oil change was already $20. Like I'll go from going into a day where I'm just going to spend $20 today, and ended up spending like $620. Lovely shit. Lovely shit. So, um, I know you're saying, well, these are just like rare incidents. Why is this stopping you from doing your stream? Well, depression, people. When you started having major financial issues and then having extra financial shit jump on top of that, and then your job schedule changes, you become full time. I'm full time, and for a while I was working at 2 locations at once, so I had to cover until they could find somebody else to take my part time position. And now it's probably going to get a little crazy because someone else is leaving, and I'm going back to my old location, and I'm probably going to have to like spell the other location until like I don't know, because the part timer may not be able to work. I don't know what's going on, but we'll figure that shit out. Bottom line is like you have that work increase, plus like I said, school, plus already dealing with financial issues, which I've been mitigating by doing side jobs. Like I do computer repair, install software for people, things like that, backup stuff. That has taken up some time. And then you have you know, the goddamn what's this called? Car trouble. The car trouble that I've had. So I just have not really been feeling the mood, because I just don't, you know, when you have a lot of issues going on, sometimes you just don't feel like being bothered. Because when it comes to this YouTube, like Twitch thing, at least with YouTube, I could turn the camera off, and I could do so also with Twitch, kinda, but I could turn off and I could pretend, because I'm recording. Whereas live, a lot of your issues, a lot of your anguish can come through, even if you don't have this camera on like I have now. You could probably hear it in my voice. You could probably hear the stress. And I just may not be in the mood to be my normal, active, interactive, engaging self, which is something that I don't like to do. I don't want to give people lesser of an experience than they're used to. So I just don't, you know, I guess my thing is I just don't want to do that and not give you guys 100%. Plus, sometimes people kind of would, I don't blame people, but again, they're expecting a certain type of quality show, certain type of entertainment, and listening to the stuff that I just told y'all, some of y'all probably don't give like 2 fucks about that, or you just don't understand like what's the problem, because you don't have to deal with it and things like that. Some people don't understand how like some life problems can weigh on you and how different things, especially for entertainers, because you're expecting somebody who's in an entertaining field to entertain, and what you do on Twitch, YouTube, is a form of entertainment, and people probably don't get that. Or you get a lot of people who can relate, and I think that's why they engage in Twitch and YouTube, but there's still those people out there who just don't fucking understand. And so I don't want to be in a situation where I run across one of those people and I just snap, because some of the things that I've gone through makes me want to snap sometimes. And I've always been that type of person who kind of doesn't snap. I've always tried to keep things in check, trying to stay positive, because I like to be a positive influence on people. And I don't want my negative vibe to come out and ruin things for people, because I know how it feels, and I don't want to be that person to bring somebody else down. I want to be that person to bring people up. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I haven't been streaming at all. But I have, like I said, you see me like flip through the different things. I've set up everything. So like I have this I'll use for the talk show. As you can see, I have the tip banner. I need to like clear that, but I just wanted to show you guys that I have the capability of being able to show like tips and stuff like that. What else can we do? Gotta bring this window back up. The music ticker I didn't turn snip on, but the music ticker would be above the tips. This right here, the where you see the OSD, which is going to be one of the topics, that's the topic window. So I can like manipulate that and change that so that I can go through different images for different topics when I do the talk show thing. I want to get a better banner because I'm starting to build a brand. So let's go into that first, and then we'll go into what the topic is about. So first thing first is, you guys heard me talk about Wiseguy gaming on. If you're on PS4, you may have seen my group, Wiseguy Gaming. You may have heard me have the Wiseguy bot and stuff like that. I have the Discord, which is Wiseguy Gaming. Basically, I'm trying to make that a brand. Not just gaming, by the way. I want it to be a universal thing. So I am working on starting a brand using the Wiseguy thing. I don't want to go into too many details because we're on the internet. People are thieves. Somebody will take it. But it's going to be something based around being a wise guy. We'll get into that in more detail because I want to talk to my boy Eurostrix, aka Prodigy, about some of the ideas. But I am definitely setting up branding in that sense because I want it to be a multifaceted thing and I want it to be done right. To go along with my original channel, not getting rid of my original YouTube channel. I am keeping that. I've gotten rid of some older content, but for the most part, I'm just going to keep plugging in new stuff, purging out the old stuff, and then use the other channel for what I wanted to do as far as branding wise stuff. It should be really, really cool. So I've been working on setting that up. Been working on finding, like I said, another. Actually, did I say this? I don't know if I said it, but I'm looking for another way of procuring income. Possibly, if I could get the writing flowing, I can get some freelance jobs maybe. That could be a good supplement to go along. And maybe if I get into it enough, I could, kind of separate from having to go to a 9 to 5 because time is my enemy. I am horrible with time. I need to get better with time management. And I think one of the things is working for someone else, you're on, your time isn't your own. You're pretty much doing things according to the time they need you to do it. So my schedule is usually something like 7:30 to 4 o'clock or 10 to 6. So most of my day is taken up. Then you got school, which I need to dedicate time to. If I were able to find something where I could do from home and put in a few hours, that would free me up tremendously. You know what I mean? So I'm looking into stuff like that. In fact, I was just looking before I started to do this. So that is something that's being big. That way I'll be able to generate more content, especially with all of these different conferences coming. I want to be able to do that. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do that this year with my job the way it is. And that sucks. I should have took advantage when I lost my other job, when I got laid off. And I should have just poured my heart and soul 100% into the YouTube thing. But with the medical issues with my mom and my sister and dealing with trying to find a new job, I didn't focus on those things. I regret that, but it is what it is. What's done is done. Time moves on. Move past that bullshit. Can't just keep looking back at the past and shaking my head and letting my regrets hold me back, because that can be fucking debilitating. I'm telling you now, stop letting your regrets keep you from moving on, because it will fuck you up. Take it from one who knows. So yeah, that is the stuff that I'm just trying to get my head around, get you know, going, pushing myself, motivating myself, things like that. So that's what's going on, which is going to lead me to hopefully getting back to a regular Twitch and YouTube schedule. That being said, one of the reasons I want to get back to the regular Twitch and YouTube schedule is because of that thing right there. Now, OSD, that stands for Operation Supply Drop. It is basically a fundraiser which is dedicated to raising funds for military troops all over the world. Basically, you're raising money to, or you can send gifts for troop morale to help get them like certain personal needs, some things that'll help, you know, relieve some of the stress of their daily lives being away from home in like hostile territories, things like that. And they have this thing called 8-Bit Salute, which is kind of a video game arm of it, which is, you know, basically you're gaming for charity, to raise money for Operation Supply Drop. And that's something I'm going to be doing this year. I picked that up along with the Extra Life thing. Now, Extra Life is still going to be going very, very strong on this channel. You guys will see me definitely do a lot when it comes to Extra Life, but OSD is something that I'm going to dedicate time to. So sometimes you will see me talk about it, do videos about it. My stream will be dedicated to 8-Bit Salute, and when you see me stream, I am going to constantly remind people that I do have a link. Yes, it is down in the description as well as in the bottom of our Twitch page. All you have to do is just click that link. You can donate right there. It's easy, simple. You know, hey, it's something that I am dedicating some time to, and I will hope that you guys will dedicate some effort to. Now, of course, this right here, Extra Life, that's always going to be my you know, that's always going to be like my biggest passion because of the personal ties that it has with Children's National Medical Center in Washington, D.C., a place that I spent a lot of time with school. My mom worked there. They were family. I've talked about this before, and I want to help my family. I want to help overall, you know, the Children's Miracle Network raise money to keep funding children's hospitals in North America, because a lot of people don't realize this. Children's hospitals are privately funded, so they get most of their money from, you know, donations, things like that. They're not government funded. They don't have a big corporation behind them that are pushing them, so they got to go out and get their money, other than, I guess, you know, people paying medical fees. A lot of times, though, they don't really take medical fees because they understand some people can't afford that stuff. They're just dedicated to providing medical care for children. And Children's Miracle Network is a way for them to fund themselves and keep themselves going, keep themselves active. They're very important in the community. People need to realize that, and so that's why I'm so big on that. Children's Miracle Network, Extra Life, definitely something that you will see me talk up a storm. Get ready, people, because there are going to be a ton of Extra Life videos coming. And of course, I'm back on board with St. Jude. St. Jude is a research hospital for children's ailments, mostly cancer, but other things that can be terminal as well. They do great things as well, and I definitely want to be a part of that. Again, I did it a couple of years ago, but I kind of fell off last year. I got so committed into, like, because my situation got so bad that I just kept mostly focusing on getting that situation, and then when I finally got things straight, I only concentrated on Extra Life. I should have gave St. Jude's the time that it deserves as well, but I'm giving them the time this year. So, guys, all of these things that I'm talking about, the links are all in my description on my YouTube channel, on my Twitch channel. You just click those links. If you can donate $1, whatever you can, it's all worth it for these worthy causes. So those are things that are going to be big on my plate as well. Outside of that, the usual stuff is going to be what I'm going to be doing. Again, this talk show is going to be dedicated to gaming, so I'm mostly going to talk about gaming. I think I'm going to take this and use this as the platform for the talk show about everything. That way I can get it live to you guys on Twitch. I could also just, like, again, take the VOD, move it over, push it to YouTube, and then whatever else I want to do with it if it gets big enough. So that's what you're going to be seeing here. But yeah, I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover. Said I was going to try to do about a half an hour, and I kind of have done a half an hour. So yeah, there you go. Pretty much all set with everything. Hopefully by the time you see this video, I will be back on a semi-normal schedule, as I don't have classes for a couple of weeks. Just have to take my final exam as of this recording for this semester. Then I get a week's rest. Thank you. From school, then go head back in to education. But I should have a shorter commute to work since I'm going back to my older location. Not by that much, but it's shorter. Put less stress on my car, so I may not have as much car trouble. I don't have to like stress over that so much. Hopefully things are getting to a point where my mental state will allow me to be more consistent for you guys. That's the most important thing, is like getting my mental state back together so I can do what I want to do with Twitch and YouTube, and more importantly for myself, to be quite honest, to get myself back to being a somewhat content person, if not completely happy. You know what I mean? Like being stressed is fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. But thank you to any and everybody who watched this. Again, this is going to be the setup, going through all of these different things: console gaming, PC gaming, talk show. By the way, if you know anybody who does graphic design or who's good at teaching Adobe Photoshop, at least let me know, because I've been looking for someone to do some graphics, different things, banners and all that. Person I had is just like really busy, and I don't want to stress them out. If I could do it myself, I would rather do it that way. So if I can get somebody to kind of help me walk through some of the stuff, I would appreciate it. Either way, I'm going to try to learn some stuff on my own. But yeah, that's just the gist. Just trying to like do as much as I can to improve the channel on YouTube, to get back into the Twitch game and improve that. Just build something for myself, and something that hopefully you guys will enjoy, that you will appreciate, and that will ultimately lead me to be able to follow some of my passions and my dreams. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Even an old man can still dream. You know what I mean? But anyway, as always, you guys feel free to hit me up. You can catch me on Twitter at Blak Magus, underscore in between the two words, Blak and Magus. You can catch me, of course, on YouTube, the Blak Magus. You can catch me on Twitch, which is just Blak Magus, no underscore. And I have a Facebook page, but I don't know what the hell that is, because I don't know if it's still active. We'll get that all together. Either way, all the stuff's in the description. You guys will know how to contact me. If you have any questions, have any suggestions, know of any graphic designers, like I said, all of that, just feel free to hit me. Feel free to subscribe if you're new. Hopefully you'll enjoy the content. I put out all types of stuff. I do a lot of things where I talk about personal life issues. I also like to do silly things with my Drunken Old Man rants. I do gameplays where me and my friends or me by myself just act a fool. We're not the greatest gamers in the world, but I believe we're the most entertaining because we are silly as fuck. And just all types of stuff, news, all of that. And it's just going to get bigger as I expand my brand and extend it to my new channel as well. So please feel free to subscribe to keep tabs on that. Hopefully I can keep you guys engaged and entertained for a long time. But anyway, as I usually sign off on my YouTube videos, as always, hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. This your boy Blak Magus, and I'm out. Deuces.